What's up, guys? I want to start off by saying that if you celebrate Chinese New Year, and many people do, not just Chinese people, but Happy Chinese New Year. It is Friday evening, and it's not really that much in way of celebrations, of course, like everything else over the past year. Things get canceled and because of the pandemic and everything. But still, many people are celebrating in their own traditional ways. So if that's you, have fun with it. And be safe while you're doing it. I was called, we were down getting my coffee at the place we always go, right down there. And sitting there waiting for my coffee, and saying I was talking to the lady while she was making it. And she looked at me, the lady, and just said, "Ooh, you getting fat." Like, I am. I've actually lost about, around 30 pounds or so since I've been here. I don't think I'm necessarily fat, but then I look down at my stomach and I'm like, oh, that it is, my stomach's kind of expanding there. Maybe it's true. If you've never been here, one thing you'll have to get used to is that the local people here are very blunt. They're not doing it to be mean. They're not doing it to roast you or insult you in any way. But they'll just point out something obvious and go, "Hey, that's you. You're getting fat." And I guess there is something to that. Once you're riding instead of walking more often, and you're still eating, of course, might start putting a little bit of a gut back on. And I certainly didn't notice it until she pointed it out. Now I'm probably going to be self-conscious about that. Going to have to start doing some more walking. But believe it or not, even with a bike, a moto, I still manage to walk at least 67 kilometers every month, according to the walk app I have on my phone. Hello! That's a place we like to go eat sometimes. It's right around the corner. Very good pork and vegetable soup. So yeah, that happened. Somebody called me fat. But that's okay. Things like that don't bother me. Like I said, people here are very direct. And I think I think we need more of that in the world. Like, we need more honesty. Because a lot of people can't be honest with themselves. But I am way more aware of all my flaws than I am my good points. I'm astutely aware of everything that's wrong with me. And so nothing like that ever bothers me, but I think some people might get offended. But just remember, they're not saying it to be insulting. Just wanted to point that out. Cambodia has received its first batch of vaccines. Hey, buddy. Hey. They decided to go with the ones from China due to availability and price and everything. I guess they had the Prime Minister's family get the first doses, just to let the people know that they're willing to take it, that it's safe, that everybody should get one as soon as they can. Try to do whatever they can to get the country back open again, back in business, start getting some of those tourist dollars rolling in again. Be good for everybody. Everything live. Yeah. By the way, if you didn't know, we put a new video on her cooking channel. The link for that's down below. We haven't done that in about 7 months, I think, since the last one. And the reason is because since we moved into that apartment, we don't have the space we did in the other one. The lighting's not that great sometimes. Just a minute. Lighting's not that great sometimes, and you get a lot of shadows, you get a lot of blurry, especially when things are in motion when I film inside. But we'll try to do more if you guys want to see more of that. And just let me know. Wish you made some awesome chicken and papaya salad. And thank you for the guys that left a comment on her channel telling me what it was. I couldn't quite wrap my mind around what that was, so I just called it a delicious topping to go with the chicken. It was actually papaya salad, and I kind of knew that, but I blanked out. I couldn't remember what it was called. And then a couple people mentioned that in the comments on her channel. I was like, oh, papaya salad, that's what it was. Also keep in mind, I'm still looking for comedians, or want to be comedians, or people who want to tell a story, a funny story, about something in their life, or something like that, for our comedy nights. Oh, we were going this way. So yeah, if you know anybody that's in the area and wants to get involved in that, tell them to go to my Facebook page for Comedy Night Cambodia. That link's in the description, and have them message me or email me, and we'll talk and get together, and then we'll get everybody that's interested together, and we'll have our first one pretty soon, I hope. I've been doing a lot of writing, working out some bits and everything, so I think I'm ready to go. I'll be going to a live show app, it's called, and doing 3-minute sets there. Starting soon. I'm using data on my phone, so the connection isn't that great. And like I said, it's 8:30, 9:30 in the morning, and I can't get a good enough connection to actually go live and stream a set yet. So I'll probably wind up going to a cafe somewhere. So yeah, that link is also down below for that app if you want to download it, and I'll let you guys know when I do my first one. Get to work out the kinks before I do it live for a lot of people here. Sometime next week we're going to have an awesome video too. Oops, hold on, I hear some music. Hang on a second. Alright. Next week, a buddy of mine, he got to Cambodia about a week ago, maybe a little bit more. Started his quarantine, and he's coming to Siem Reap. He's in Phnom Penh in quarantine, and as soon as he's done there, he's going to come to Siem Reap. Going to help him get settled in help them get a SIM card, find them an apartment, all that good stuff. And I'll be able to get an interview with him next week when he comes here. He's coming from the UK, so if anybody's interested in coming over from the UK specifically, with all the restrictions and everything, you will be able to get a first-hand account of what the procedure is, what the do's and don'ts are, how quarantine is, how much it costs, and from somebody who's actually been through it. I know a lot of people have been asking, and I give them the details I hear from other people's experiences in different forums and groups, but this will be a first-hand experience, and I think it'll be more accurate information. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, here's some of the conditions of the road work that's currently being done. Well, that down there, they're making a road to connect to the next street over, and of course it's not finished, it's still being tore up. Sewer lines, I believe, are being laid down over there where you see all the dirt. But people are still using it. This used to be all closed off and they got it open now, or maybe people just opened it themselves. But you always see people walking and riding their motos on it. Now, we don't get out much in the areas where there's a lot of construction because it's really dusty and dirty and bumpy and just not fun to be around while it's happening. But the Channel 4 Reel, Jeremy and Claire's channel, which is also linked down below, they just did an excellent video on the construction chaos that's going on in a lot of parts of town. Jeremy went on a nice little motor ride and recorded his little adventure getting around some of these spots. You know, I always try to say, you know, and I believe this, you know, when it's done, it's going to be great. It's going to look good. It's going to be pleasant to the eye. But when you're living in an area that has all that kind of construction going on, it's kind of hard to think that far ahead because it's a constant noise and dust and loud rumbling trucks screeching back and forth all day, every day. So yeah, it can be frustrating, but be sure to check out that video if you want to see more of that. We've been lucky. The road our apartment is on is slated, I thought, to get an upgrade, but so far there's been no construction on it, or even no destruction on it, except for the buildings a few months ago. But yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not really sure. It needs to be fixed. A lot of potholes, a lot of better back up here. A lot of potholes, a lot of bumps and things like that, you know. Especially at the end of the road where there's just nothing but huge holes that you have to drive past or drive over or get in the other lane into incoming traffic to avoid, just to turn or get across the street to the other side. It could just be they're not doing all the roads right now. They might be prioritizing and just doing the roads they deem to be more of a priority than others. It's slated to go on all year till the end of 2021, so. our road could still get done, I reckon. Hey! Yeah, and by the way, also next week when I have that interview I was talking about with my buddy, of course I'll also be recording the apartments we go to for him to look at. So you'll get some more apartment tours, and with prices, of course. So that'll give you an idea of what you can get for the money here. We'll be looking at some in various price ranges. He has a limit on how much he wants to do per month, so I'm sticking with those apartments within his limits. So that'll give me something else to make a video about. Okay. Whatever you say, ma'am. You're the boss, ma'am. Yeah. Gonna make me cross this crazy busy road. Good Lord. Okay, we're gonna go for it. Big truck, big truck, big truck, big truck. Whoa. Alright, anyway, I was trying to get out a little bit earlier so I could do this, finish this video before it got dark. Maybe left a little bit too late. We were out earlier, but I left my gimbal at home in my backpack. And I try not to make any of those really bad-looking, shaky videos anymore, as much as I can avoid it. But when I have to, I just always tell people I'm going old school, because that sounds a lot better than I'm an idiot that keeps forgetting to bring things with him, even if that's the express purpose why we're going out. So you just put an old school in there and make people think you're doing it ironically to be cool, instead of just being a forgetful old man that forgets why he went into the bathroom. Alright, be sure to check out all my links down below. If you want to help us provide free education and food for people here during this trying time, there are links down below you can donate through PayPal, buymeacoffee.com/TVC, or join my Patreon. I really appreciate all my supporters. As always, you guys mean a lot. You're making the good stuff happen. I'm just the delivery guy, as always. And I always be sure to give you the credit when we can do things like that. Also down below are links to my social media, my different pages on Facebook, various other things, and of course other vloggers in Cambodia. Really good channels you should definitely check out. For Real is getting close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed to them, jump on over, click subscribe. Let's make it happen. They're donating all the money they get from monetization. They'll be putting right back into the community. They're not going to keep any of it for themselves, so it'd be really good if we can help them reach 1,000 and get monetized. All right. Friday night. Happy Chinese New Year, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.